where the positions are in the group and stuff like that, etc, etc, etc. For now, let's go in game and let's introduce some players in another live matchup. So game time showed up a bit late, but KeeN was okay with it, so here we are. We're going to play this game that was meant to be played earlier right now. Some more ZVT for you guys. So we're going to do game time versus KeeN. After this, I'll take a straw poll of other matches that got played here today. So there's going to be some straw poll voting action, and we'll basically take your guys' votes to see which other matches you are most interested in seeing. And then once we have, once we know which ones you guys want to see the most, we'll basically just go through them in order to just move on through, basically. So that's going to be the plan, and that's going to be the goal. So for now, let's introduce these players. Let's focus on this game. To the bottom right-hand side from Sloth Esport Club is going to be the yellow Zerg player, GAMETIME. He goes up against the red Terran top left, KeeN. If you guys are enjoying the stream, again, you can hit that follow button to see when I'm live in the future. I'm not sure what we're going to be casting tomorrow. We might be casting OSC Masters Cup, but now I don't have a stream because it got moved. So I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be casting tomorrow, but I'm sure we'll be live at some point. Otherwise, we are live on Sunday with the Masters Cup playoffs, and Monday with the Masters Cup playoffs as well. So I'll see you guys live on Sunday and Monday for those matches. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to them. Hopefully you guys are as well. So looking forward to all of that as we just set up here, and just kind of see the SCV pushing through the center. Can have a little bit of a look-see to see what's going on. The right-hand side, we do see GAMETIME is going to be just keeping an overlord around, just making sure there's no proxies, etc. early, and I can get this overlord in position near the main base for a little bit later on in the game. SCV coming all the way over here, and as we see, this hatchery is finished up. The gas has been mined for the ling speed. He now pulls out of gas, and the 2 queens on the way as well. Very standard opening for Ascension to Aya for Zerg in general and ZVT. I'm intrigued to see what KeeN's going to crack out here. He isn't oftentimes the mech-based player, which Ryung is, which we saw a bit of earlier, and which we saw kind of GAMETIME not having such a great time against. So I am interested to see some of GAMETIME's maybe versus bio play. It would be interesting to see how that is potentially going to go. So Reaper moving around, the Zerglings here looking to see what's up as well. CC is going to be finishing up on the natural expansion in a moment or so also. And as that CC finishes, starts to morph into an orbital here, you can see this overlord of GAMETIME just moving through the top side, and the Reaper is going to be moving on over as well. So Reaper moves on in towards the upper left-hand side, looking to see what's going to happen. We're just going to be seeing this Hellion on the way out of the factory in the front, and the tech lab coming up on the barracks. Starport will switch over onto that tech lab now. We're going to be seeing that dropping down, and it is going to be a Viking and Cloak on the way. So maybe a Banshee follow-up, maybe just looking to fake things out here. We'll see in the next few moments. That's KeeN. Well, he will be scouted because this Overlord is nearby, and he is already seen while Cloak researching. So it gives, it gives GAMETIME a bit of an idea as to, well, okay, I'm going to have to invest into spores, because if there is a Cloak Banshee, I have to make sure I've got a way to defend it, even if it isn't Cloak Banshee in the end. So we'll see. I mean, obviously at the same time, we do see the fact that KeeN does know this Overlord has seen this. So we'll see if he will still go for the Banshee, and he will not. He'll actually go for the Raven. A little bit of a mind game then. Basically, he'll just cancel Cloak at the last second and go Raven instead, just to hope he's forced out some Spore Crawlers that are perhaps unnecessary. Pause here from GAMETIME. He's just going to get us resumed here right away. Not too much of an issue. As we do have just 6 Zerglings are on the way out right now of the main base. 6 Lings on the way out. Feelings to the left-hand side as well, but very difficult to get much done even with speed against these Hellions. The Viking coming into play. Picks off one of these Overlords already. Does know there's a second Overlord right here as well. Love this little counter-attack though. A few Lings going to try and sneak on by. But more Hellions are here, and then he's going to start microing against this. Nice scout though from GAMETIME. You'll see the armory in the back of this mineral line, and so seeing that already is great information as to what exactly the plan is, which is obviously Hellbats alongside this Raven, which is on the way up at the moment. So again, kind of the plan currently of KeeN being revealed slightly. I wonder if it is just going to be straight up Hellbats, so if he's got something more planned behind this. Is he actually going to play straight up Mech, or are we going to see that transition soon? Barracks currently just sat there doing nothing, not even getting an add-on on itself. This has to be initially at least a Hellbat base attack, right? We're actually going to see Cloak did finish, and he is now going to start Banshee after the Ravens. So very late Banshees, but they will be coming in the end. Hellions morph into Hellbats, and as they move into Hellbats, they'll push forwards to do a little bit of damage to the creep tumors at the front here. Some Zerglings pushing forwards, we're not able to do too much right away. Well, I mean, the Hellbats can start making their way through the third base. You're going to see the auto turret coming down to try and help out, but I mean, Queens are just so good at defending attacks like this. They pull away from the auto turret. A couple of them have gone down, though, to be fair. A couple of Hellions now working their way through the mineral line. A couple of Hellbats trying a way to do to have a similar effect. This is actually starting to get a little bit worrying for game time. Some of these drones stacking up do take a lot of damage. 41 SCVs to the 44 drones left at the moment. So now I'm going to see KeeN just pulling back up with this Raven. The Banshee of KeeN now moving onto the map as well to see where he can go with this. See what else he can get up to. Sorry, I had to reposition my headset there for a moment. There was a bit of a spinny action going on. In case you're wondering what that weird sound was. So some Lings do start a counterattack, and as the Lings counterattack, there is a stim pack upgrade coming through. Reactors are moving over to reactors. Starport's going to move on to reactor 2. I guess the factory might go to a tech lab, although I guess if he goes to the tech lab, I mean, do you want to play? I guess he's going to play this Roaches on the way up, so it is kind of Roach based. So I guess tanks are the way to play this. Hellions out here do get picked off, so the Zerglings, they achieve something, but a lot of them going down. I mean, they're sort of throwaway at this point in the game. I mean, especially if you're not going to use the Zerglings. You're not going to, you may as well try and do something. So again, a couple of Hellions is nice. Now applying a little bit of pressure. And now just the missile upgrades on the way up. Hydrogen coming down. And game time begins to prepare against this composition with Roach Hydra. I really do feel as though you might think it's mech. Like, just because of the way, I mean, what's he actually seen back on the other side of the map? He saw a couple of Marines, nothing else in the main. I just feel as though if you're going to play like a Roach-based style against Terran, why not just play Roach Ravager? Those Corrosive Vials are so useful against siege tanks, against Widow Mines, against Liberators. You know, if you use the Corrosive Vials, it works a lot better if you're going to play against Bio, but Roach Hydra straight up against Bio, I'm not too sure about. I'm really not too sure about. Banshee into the center. Just moving around here, seeing what's up. Combat Shields is on the way down right now from KeeN. Marines are in position to get rid of the fourth base, so nice little pick up by KeeN, just slowing the economy, the setup of game time down a bit. And the more of this he does, the better it is. You're going to be seeing the Lings and Roaches still gathering up together here for game time as well over to the right-hand side. So they're gathering up together, some extra racks coming down. I mean, really is just KeeN building up into this Bio play, which we know and love. We know how it works. Just intrigued to how it's going to work out with the Roach Hydra on the map. A couple of Widow Mines were made already, but there is a factor on Tech Lab now, and siege tanks generally are my own preferred kind of way of seeing this dealt with, because tanks are just so good against Roaches and Hydras. Compared to Widow Mines especially, and we do see tank production starting up now then from KeeN, so I do like that. Feels as though it's the right sort of way to start approaching this. As a few units just gather over to the right hand side, a little bit Bio here will be starting to back away. Well, actually he doesn't back away, it's just a couple of Queens here, and he's going to get 1 kill and 2 and 3. And he might even get these active tumors, just gets the last one. And now Hydras are here on their own, 2 of them going down as well. Damage being dealt all over the place as KeeN starting to do a lot right now. Another Queen going down. Just a little drop. That's all this is. 16 Marines, not even. And now Widow Mines here as well for them to fall back in towards. And they're going to go off on Hydras potentially. Kaboom. Nice explosion. The Hydra does get picked away at. Find himself an Overlord here as well. And the damage from KeeN has just been unrelenting in the last few moments. So you're going to see this Overlord going down. And as that Overlord goes down again, it's just something else, which is KeeN favored in this game, and that's really the way things are tending towards over the last few minutes. 4th CC is on the way down. It's about 70%, 75% of the way done. Nice going off again, finding a couple of Hydralisks. Just couple Hydras do go down. The Widow Mine's getting picked away at, and we do see again just Bio pushing in towards the center of the map. We're going to see what he can trade with, and he does actually find, I mean, the Roach Hydra, but the problem is, how does he get out of this? He's kind of surrounded on both sides now, so he just sort of has to run past. The one thing KeeN does have going for himself is a drop into the main base. I mean, obviously he has a lot more units back over here as well. It's just about saving as many of those units as he could. I mean, there wasn't really a pretty way to do it. He cleans up over here, but not before targeting down more and more Hydras. I mean, he really is just making the most of every single unit he has right now. As here we go, then KeeN is just having to defend this position with double tanks to each other. Third one sieging. It's not going to be that difficult at all. The Roach Hydra just has no real counterplay to those tanks. Now some Ravagers will morph in. But is it just a little bit too late to start corrosive battling down? Has he already lost too much? Roaches are currently getting picked away at one at a time as the Bio itself just pushes forwards. One of the Ravagers goes down before anything else can even happen. And I mean, the trades are continuing on. The game time supply is decreasing. And that's going to be GG. KeeN taking game number 1 of this best of 2. Page as well, though, !match arena to keep track of where to see how you can support this tournament. And of course, if you're enjoying the stream, you guys know how to support as well. Replay packs are available. 250 plus replays over the past 3 or 4 weeks are going to be sent out to you guys if you sub today or for the next week or so, as well as more replays we'll send out through September. It's a great time to subscribe. Lots of great replays going. They are hot. They are ready to go. Ready to go. Bottom right hand side, our yellow Zerg player from Sloth Esport Club. It is game time. He's playing against the red Terran player to the top left hand side, KeeN. What's up, Von Schleyer? How you doing, mate? Wardy seems to be constantly caught off guard by the GG timings. No, I don't think so. Not that game. I was literally saying the supplies of game time are going down, and you know, he was like 40 supply down. I don't know. Maybe this is the way I'm casting today. There was yesterday, I got caught off guard by a couple of GG timings. Was it yesterday? We had some really weird GG timings yesterday. There was one GG timing today, which I was a bit confused about. When game time typed out against Ryung's mech on Odyssey, he just sort of attacked with roaches, saw there was units, backed away, and then was like GG. Like, I didn't really get that one. That one I really didn't get. So yeah, that was a bit weird. But the last game, I don't know. I feel as though I was talking about how game time was kind of slowly losing everything, and it was GG. I mean, it's always a bit weird when they GG with a bit of their army left, right? But even in that game, I think game time still didn't. You know, you could see his suppliers dropping and dropping, so I wouldn't say it was unexpected that he typed out. I don't feel as though I thought it was unexpected. Anyways, I'm dwelling on a point. I do this a lot. Start talking about something and I say my response once, then I basically rephrase my words and just say it again. God damn it. My week was mediocre, but I'm breathing. Hope my hand's feeling better since Atomski. Yeah, hand's doing okay. Could be better, could be not broken. That'd be decent. One Schleyer ready for the 3-day weekend. Harm Solid Sake says, Wardy, I'm having a great day, fans. I'm taking over the world and nobody knows it. Sorry, mate, but just revealed your entire plan to take over the world right there. What now? What now, mate? Well, you've messed up, haven't you? You've messed up. You put me, you put your trust in me, and I just told everybody. Sorry, guys, just can't keep my mouth shut. Let's get wrecked, chat fam. Nice to see so many people chatting today, though. It's chat's been very active, which is always awesome to see, obviously. As game time does approach the frontier of a few Zerglings, going to run on up and have a little bit of a peek around and towards the natural expansion. Hellions here do get rid of a few of those lings, and again, good damage being done in general is going to see the lings continue to be picked away at Zergling. No! Alright, well, a couple more Hellions on the way out. We're going to see the Tech Lab starts up with the Cloak. As the Cloak starts up, we see the Banshee on the way out. I don't know, I feel as though game time here is this sort of position where you can just play a very standard game again. I don't feel like KeeN's going to crack out mech. Maybe he does, but I feel as though he'll just play Bio with the follow-up once more. Hellions here blocked by the initial Queen, which is nice, of course. Game time just minimizing the damage you can potentially take from this, which is necessary, really. As they come on over, again, just a little quick poke. Across. Bits of damage being done. Bits of damage being done. Another drone goes down here as it tries to make a sport call to save itself. Lings do come in. They're actually going to catch these Hellions a bit off guard, which is a shame because obviously if KeeN is able, is aiming to try and go in towards a Hellbat attack again, which he is, armory's halfway done, then losing a couple of Hellions already doesn't really bode well for him. 2 more Hellions come to the aid of these 2. As we're going to be seeing those Slings getting pushed away. Slings getting pushed away down the right-hand side. More drones on the way up as we do see this Banshee just poking in and out on that Queen, and again just continue to do little bits and pieces of damage. You can see a drone here getting picked away as well. 1 drone, 2 drones. Banshee finds some damage here, so it's nice to see the Banshee getting herself a chance to make up for kind of the lost Hellions here, which is going to really kind of weaken this kind of initial Hellbat attack. Now that's going to come in nonetheless. Only 3 Queens in location right now. There is some Lings to the side. Transfuse that comes in last second to save that Queen. Will not be here. Another one to save it again though. I mean, the Lings are going to clean that up. Couple Queens falling. Banshee's still here picking up kills. 7 kills so far. A few of them on Zerglings just running by, but mostly on the drones. Stand back starting on up here from KeeN to Engineering Base are dropping down as well, and so we do get an idea as to the fact that this will be bio once again. And really, again, the last game, KeeN, I wonder what actually GameTime does this time. Does he play Roaches again? Will he play into the Roach Hydra? Or was that just because he thought it was mech and that he did kind of just mess up and respond to mech when it wasn't mech? I mean, I only say this because I've seen him play against mech today, and that was the exact response he went for. I mean, obviously, it's hard to read into the players' minds in that regard. I mean, Roach Hydra is viable, but it's not the most viable way to play against bio nowadays. And that's just why I am questioning to some extent as to why maybe he went for it. Well, does he just not have units? 5 Lings out? I guess he doesn't.